Hey guys, so just a little bit of a different one this time around. Today I'm going to be going through a deck profile for one of the Bloemfontein players by the name of Nici Slabber. He's basically gone undefeated for 3 weeks in a row at the Protea Gaming OTS store. Absolutely exceptional results. So I thought I'd go through his deck profile. I spoke to him a bit about the deck itself. So I unfortunately don't have replays because obviously it was in IRL, but we'll go through the deck list and then some of the notes that he gave me and our discussion that we had, etc. So Nici was piloting Drytron, and I think this is a testament to how strong the deck actually really is. With obviously the right pilots and some good decision making, the deck is really able to play to take wins on a regular basis, but it's obviously able to play through a hell of a lot. I heard from some of the guys at my locals and so on that the deck is quite fragile and loses Stroll, for example, which yes, Stroll does hit it very hard, but it's definitely able to play through a hell of a lot. Especially if you have the right side deck and tools and so on. So I'm not going to go through too much because obviously we covered the Drytron strategy previously. Let's just get into the deck list. So first off we have obviously Vanity's Ruler. Just before we go through the cards, looking at the overall deck itself, or the build itself, it's fairly standard. And that kind of shows how far the deck has come. Yeah, it's gotten to the point where the builds are very, very well flushed out to be as optimum as possible. So you'll see that most Drytron builds are very similar in the ratios and stuff that they run. Obviously his side deck is very, very different, and I think that's where the real spice comes in. But let's get into the main deck. So first off we have Vanity's Ruler. Obviously this is part of the end board. Put it on field and your opponent can't special summon, and that's quite strong because one of the best removal cards is Kaiju's, and you can't actually Kaiju over this. Imperm Droplet obviously hit it fairly well, but Imperm is seeing a slight decline in play at the moment, so Vanity is quite protected against that. So then we have your Dawn Knight obviously forming part of the combo. Manju, 3 times Ash, 3 times Orange Light. Again, Orange Light in my opinion is one of the best hand traps ever made. Obviously the cost is high, but it can hit anything, anywhere, while you have monsters on field, etc. 1 times Petite Angel. I've seen some people not play the Petite, but it is definitely a really good option when using Eva, because obviously it gives you the second negate with Eva, but if you choose not to discard Petite, then you can normal summon and combo off next turn as well. So it gives you kind of a follow-up play. Then getting into the Drytrons, fairly standard as well. 3 Alpha, 3 Zeta, 2 Delta, 1 Gamma. I myself am playing 2 Gamma. I've seen other people play 2 Gamma as well, but 1 is not bad at all. Then we have Eva, we have Meteonus, Herald, 3 times Ben 10, we have Natasha, then we have 3 times Cyber Emergency, signing off the spells, and we have Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is basically another Nova, because they can trigger on hand or graveyard, so it's another way, or rather not another Nova but another Dawn Knight, so definitely play that in the deck, don't skip it. We have 3 times Nova. Nova's obviously extremely good, so it definitely should be played at 3. 3 times Preparation of Rites, 1 times Meteonus, 3 times Fafnir, so that's basically in the main deck. Then for the extra deck we have 1 time Zeus, obviously because he's one of the best boss monsters and they obviously have access to rank 1s, so why not. 1 times Fuko. So I actually had a discussion with him around Fuko, because I'm actually not playing Fuko at the moment, but I think I might actually put it back in. It's a really good stall option, just in case you need an extra turn to just get some more resources, that kind of thing. So yeah, 1 times Fuko. And obviously, Lateralus Assembled is the best way to get into Zeus, so definitely playing one of those. Then we have, for the Link 4s, we have Borosword, because obviously it's an OTK engine. 1 times Appaloosa. And then Nightmare Package, he's actually playing Unicorn, Phoenix, and Cerberus, which I think is quite good. I'm not sure about the Cerberus because I actually dropped it simply because I found usually if I'm going into a Link 2, I could potentially make Natasha. I could steal that monster. Generally, this is going to be like, turn 2 or going second. So I'm not sure about this, but maybe it works for him. Maybe in simplified game states, it makes sense. Obviously, the Geonator, Union Carrier, because it's part of combo. 1 times IP, Cross Sheep. So Cross Sheep, we actually had a discussion about as well. This card is absolutely nuts in this deck. Yeah, basically a pot of greed in a way. So I definitely play Cross Sheep. Then we have 1 times Mirage Light, Link Rebo, and then Anima. Okay, and then the side deck I think is where all the spice is. We have 1 times Purple Light, obviously for the back row decks. 2 times Nib, then 2 times Droll. I'm not sure if I would play 2, I'll probably play 3, simply because the decks that you use in Droll against, you want to see access to it as quickly as possible. 3 times Lancia. I kind of understand why he's going for the 3 Lancia, because it does kind of stun out VW. It definitely hits Dinos. There's a bunch of other decks where you can actually get quite a bit of value off of Lancia. And this is the one that I'm really interested in, which is the Denko Seka. Obviously to shut down the back row decks. So your Geist, your Lich, your Unchained, they play a lot of back row. So basically you just summon this and then they can't activate any back row. So that's really, really good. I think I'm actually going to look at playing this myself. So we'll see. 1 times Duster, of course, back row wipe. And then 3 times Cyclone. I play Red Reboot. I can understand the 3 Cyclone because especially against Lich, you get to banish their traps and then they don't get to pass off of it. Okay, so that's the actual deck list at the moment. Like I said, we did have a few discussions on a few other things. One of which was around Aqua Dolphin, because obviously one of the biggest threats is Droll. So one of the things you can do is you can side 3 Aqua Dolphin. Basically you lose your normal summon, but you get to play through Droll. So you normal summon the Aqua Dolphin, pitch a card, rip the Droll, and then continue. That's good against Ash, etc. as well. So the one downside is that you can't play Connector or Rotor, because obviously those will either prompt the Droll or block you out of the Drytrons, but I think that's fine. But yeah, absolutely solid deck, really good results. Okay guys, so that's the deck profile. If you want to see more of this, definitely like, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment about anything about the deck or any improvements I can make on my videos. Definitely love the feedback. I will be posting up more videos around other South African players who have been doing pretty well or winning tournaments, etc. And then I have a few other videos coming through. Also my video on VW post ban list will be coming out soon, so definitely look out for that. Cool.